Tonight, one of the nation's most important economists is preparing to take Trump to court over his attempt to control the central bank. Cook now says she will sue the administration to keep her job. Last night, we broke this on this very show that Donald Trump claimed he removed Lisa Cook from her post. But the president does not have the authority to fire her without cause. Today, the president doubled down on very spurious allegations against Cook that he is using to justify his attempt to fire her. We will not be airing those allegations on this show because they're being made by Trump lackeys who have a history of distorting the truth. Just because they say it doesn't make it so. Here's what is true, though. Lisa Cook has not been charged with a crime. And until she is, you're not going to hear about the allegations from this table. Unlike Donald Trump, though, who was found guilty on 34 felony counts of falsifying business records. Feels like fraud. Cook says she will stay on the job. Her term does not expire until 2038. Folks, this is all about control. Donald Trump wants a Fed that bends to his will, and he's trying to remove and replace Federal Reserve board members with MAGA loyalists. He's already bragging that if he gets a majority, they are going to do exactly what he wants. Joining us now to discuss it all is Rohit Chopra, who is the former director of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. He was fired by the Trump administration. And Skye Perryman, president and CEO of Democracy Forward. I just note, Rohit, that you were fired because your role was a role that, could serve across administrations. But, for some reason, I don't think they were interested in protecting consumers.
Well, we see how they really want control of all of these agencies. And to say that they're trying to guard against fraud is ridiculous. Once they've gotten control, they're actually giving the green light to a lot of these companies to break the law. But I really think, Simone, a lot of people don't even get what is this Federal Reserve. It's a big deal for all of us. They set the supply and price of money. It affects the rates that we pay on our credit card, our mortgage, and it has a big effect on what we're going to pay on our national debt. And the actions, the illegal actions to try and replace these watchdogs with lapdogs, that's going to make it more expensive for everyone who wants to borrow.
I think a big part of this, from where I see it at this point, Skye, is here we go again. Here we go again. And everybody in Washington especially, and in hot spots around the country, act like, this is different. This is the same old crap Donald Trump does every time he wants to either change the narrative or go after black women. Those are the two things that seem to be consistent in his repertoire, right? We have a long history of that. But what Rohit said is very, very important, is that the Federal Reserve is an independent agency. It does not get to just be there at the whim and serve at the whim of Donald Trump. But how could this legal process play itself out? Because they want to entangle mortgage fraud, which is not real here because it has nothing to do with her job. And unless she checked a box on a federal form in which case she committed the fraud, then what are we doing here?
Well, there's no legal basis for what the president is doing. And today you saw at the cabinet meeting, he says America wants a dictator. I can do whatever I want. And the same day you see a court in Maryland, by the way, saying, well, you actually can't sue 15 federal judges, which is what he's tried to do. So I think that you are going to see the same old, same old. There's no legal basis for what he's doing. The American people should be very concerned, though, because the two things that have sort of, in some ways, restrained this administration have been the courts and the markets. And you now have Donald Trump. He's gone after the courts. The courts are holding up, but it's a treacherous battle for our team at Democracy Forward and other teams every day. And now you have him headed for the markets and the independence of the Fed. That's going to hurt every single American, but it's unlawful. And I think that you're going to see a really tough, tough thought-out legal battle ahead.
Rohit, two-part question for you. First and foremost, if a Democratic president decided to go ahead and do something like this and to essentially try and put an iron fist on economic policy, it would be called socialism veering into communism and full-on authoritarian dictatorship taking over the markets. So the first question would be is, how is this happening right now without that outcry? The second thing, though, would be, You see someone in Omaha, Nebraska looking up and says, oh, Cook, Trump's trying to fire Cook, Fed board chair. They might not understand the ramifications of this. It's unprecedented. She has a term till 2038. This is not supposed to happen because then it means that our economic policy is no longer independent. But for that vote at a kitchen table, why is it so important that someone like her stays on?
This is so important because we have all of these functions of government that have actually been weaponized, shut down, and people are now learning all of the things that are being done. Let me just say this. Normally, when President Obama took steps to rescue the auto industry, there was cries of socialism, all sorts of hyperbole. Now we hear...
That started the original Tea Party.
On everything from U.S. Steel to Intel and more. Now it's about more control over corporations, not because they're trying to protect consumers or trying to help out, but really to exert power. And for individuals, I think when you look at what people are dealing with every month, their bill, their electricity bill, their grocery bill, but also that credit card bill, the mortgage that feels like they can't buy a home, all of this is affected by the actions of the Federal Reserve. We are monitoring carefully. Is the dollar going to depreciate in value? Will that push up prices here? Is it going to raise the rates of treasuries, which will make our interest expenses totally unsustainable? So this is one we have to pay attention to.
We absolutely have to pay attention to it. Look, what the Fed decides to do in raising or lowering interest rates, it can make the difference on, as we talked about, whether you're able to buy a house in Omaha, if you're able to expand your business, if you live in Detroit. It affects if the grocery prices are going up and down in Atlanta. So it is not lost on me that the president, what he is looking for is a majority of ideological loyalists on the Fed so that they can do all these things that he wants. And it's similar to Nixon, right? Nixon was threatening the Fed before his reelection in the 1970s because he wanted to lower inflation. He wanted to get the price under control, and that led to runaway inflation, and it was crazy for at least a decade. He's targeting Lisa Cook because he thinks she is a easy target. Yeah. And I think that he has made a grotesque miscalculation there. And if people allow this conversation to devolve into, well, is what they are kind of sort of accusing her of true or not, I think it misses the forest for one tree that might not even exist. Similarly to like how the military being in the streets of Washington, D.C., threatening the military in the streets of Chicago, that is not about crime. That's about control. This is not about accountability. This is about acquiescence.